Hey, what's up guys? So we're about to get ready to go hike Artist Point, which is kind of located in the Mount Baker region. And I do want to say that, initially we were planning on taking the Subaru, just mainly because we'll be driving in the snow conditions. But the fact that gas is so expensive now, it's like $4.50 a gallon for filling up. It's like, you know what? It's better to take the Tesla. Let's just make it easier and cheaper to take the Tesla to go up to Artist Point. I want to say that my car pretty much made it up here okay. There's not really a lot of snow on the road, just actually kind of depressing actually. When you think about like the fact that it's only March, the first weekend of March, and there's no snow. It's kind of sad to realize, like, you know what, climate change is real. It's getting hot already earlier on in the winter season, or later on in the winter season. But for those of you who do have Teslas, electric cars, you can make it up here with pretty much ample charge. I highly recommend though charging at a place called Burlington, which is basically located in your supercharger network. You'll go ahead and find on the map, just to make sure that you get up here pretty much safely and able to make your way down safely, to make sure you have enough charge to get back charged, to make sure you get down and charge safely again before you go back home. And the last time I was here at Artist Point was basically about 2 or 3 years ago. Beautiful, beautiful mountain. And I know if you look at the map on Google, for example, it's going to showcase that you can drive a little bit further, but just because of the fact that there's a lot of snow, you're not really going to be able to access the actual parking lot to Artist Point. But instead, we're going to go ahead and park along the Mount Baker ski resort area. We ended up leaving at about 9 o'clock in the morning and got here at about 12:30 because I had to spend about half an hour to charge my car. Got here about 12:30, and I think it's actually a good reason to come later in the day, just due to the fact that if you come early, you have to come really, really early to make sure that you find a guaranteed parking spot. Otherwise, you're gonna have to kind of park further away long down the area, the road, and just walk your way up. But otherwise, we came here at 12:30, found a good parking spot before we started making our way up towards the trailhead itself. Now, I was reading some comments as far as where is the actual Artist Point trailhead located. And basically what you're going to want to do is, if you continue to make your way up towards the main road towards I guess Artist Point or Mount Baker, you're going to come along an area where it kind of loops around into a circle. You want to try and make your way up towards, if you think about a clock, for example, you want to try and make your way up towards the 1 o'clock position of the clock, and you're going to kind of see an outhouse in the very, very far back. That's where the trailhead actually starts, and basically you're gonna want to keep going. It's going to be real. Now the trailhead itself for Artist Point is going to be very variable, let's say, just because there's no discerning path to really go there. So we're just going to go ahead and try and make our way up and see what we can go from there, because I don't think it's an actual Artist Point trailer. We're just going to make our way up, climb, and see where we can go from there. So it's more like an actual just walk rather than actually making it to a destination for Artist Point. But either way, here we are at Artist Point. Isn't it just beautiful? Even though the fact that it takes about 3 hours to get here coming from Seattle, the drive is so worth it. I mean, let's look at this. Granted, it's a little bit warm. The fact that it's 37 degrees is ambient temperature, but the fact that there's no wind, the sun is just basking right on top of us. It's hot. It's warm, right? In this case, we pretty much just have a sweater layer on. I have my snowboard pants on, of course, but it's so beautiful. And I'd say, yeah, 3 hours is a long drive, but the 3 hours long drive, well worth it. So we're gonna go ahead and keep going up to find some other better vantage points, better views, and just continue to make our way up towards Artist Point. Or in this case, I think it's also known as Heather Lake or Heather Meadows or something like that. But either way, let's keep going up. So it's crazy to think that right now, because of the winter conditions, the road to actually get to the Artist Point parking lot is actually closed up. But here behind me, if you imagine, there's this actual road that goes all the way up, and right there over there is the Heather Meadows Visitor Center. So it's just really cool to see that. It's so different from wintertime versus summertime, but honestly, wintertime is so much better. Such a beautiful hike so far, but so far, guys, we're taking a little bit of a break because for the most part, the hike is variable in terms of difficulty. There's some parts where it kind of levels out flat, but other times it kind of goes up and up and up, and for the most part, the snow is pretty soft packed. So depending on what kind of snowshoes you guys have, it'd be good to get a good pair of snowshoes, because when the snow is pretty soft and you're kind of digging with your feet, there's a tendency for you to kind of slide down. So make sure you guys get a good pair of snowshoes. But anyways, we're taking a little bit of a break because if you look behind me, that's the hill we have to go on. So I'm trying to debate whether or not we can go up this hill where the shade is, or if we go around the hill and it hooks away to the other side. But either way, we gotta make our way up. So let's go ahead and take a little bit of a break first, and then continue to make our way up towards Artist Point. Hey, what's up everybody? So we finally made it to Artist Point, and honestly it didn't take us that long. It is about 3:30 right now in the afternoon, and you know, when we got to the parking lot it was about 12:30, so it took us about 3 hours. Now granted, we took a lot of breaks, primarily because I mean, just look at it. It's so beautiful. We stopped to just take pictures of like Mount Chuksan, for example. I think it's Mount Chuksan, Mount Chuksan, something like that. Mount Chuksan, Mount Chusan. You got Mount Baker behind us, and just everything. It's so magnificent. That's one of the reasons why I love coming to Artist Point or Mount Baker region. Now granted, I'm not exactly sure where we are at the Artist Point area, because if you look at the GPS on Google Maps, for example, it's showcasing that we have a little bit further ways to go up, like this way or that way toward Artist Point. But you know what? This is good enough. We have a nice little camping spot where we got a little bit of our mats set up. We got our food, our snacks, our hot tea, with just a beautiful background of just that, whatever that is. No idea what lake that is, somewhere there, but it's gorgeous, just simply gorgeous. And it's kind of fun to see all these cross-country skiers who bring their gear up. They basically climb up the mountain somewhere and just kind of ski their way down, and just it's magnificent. There's just so many things that you guys can do here at Artist Point / Mount Baker. What I noticed a lot of people doing is that people go snow camping here. So if you guys haven't seen my snow camping over at Mount Rainier, which is what we did about 2 or 3 weeks ago, go ahead and take a look at that, see what snow camping is all about. But it makes me wish that we came more prepared, in the sense that, you know, you can go snow camping here too, because it's just so nice, not too windy, not too cold, just perfect weather. And for the most part, we got pretty much clear blue skies, some clouds here and there, but it's minor. Magnificent, fantastic view. So highly recommend everybody come out and check out Artist Point, especially in the wintertime, because it's just you said you came in the summertime, right?
Summer and spring.
So she came in the summertime, and it's a different feel, it's a different viewing experience altogether. Not to say that, you know, I've never actually done it in the summertime, so I can't really say whether winter is better or summer is better. I would imagine both of them would be beautiful nonetheless. So anyways guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks a lot. So I do want to mention, actually, it's actually worth coming a little bit later. So if you guys remember, I did come out around 12:30, give or take 12:30, 1 o'clock, to start making our way up towards Artist Point. But one of the reasons, or rather two of the reasons of why you should come later in the day is because, one, parking's gonna be a lot easier, and two, the sunset. If you stay for the sunset, usually around 5:30, around 6 o'clock-ish, depending on how, we'll say around between 5 and 5:30, perfect time for sunset. Beautiful, just beautiful.